Let's try this again. I apologize, everybody. That's never happened to me before. Never. I don't know if I'm using the mic. Hang on. We did a mic check. Kat said it's fine. Before I go through everything I went through earlier, can you hear me? Eddie said, there you go. I had to go and get an old laptop, re-sign into everything, redo the live. This laptop runs very, very slow, hence why I had to go get another one months ago. I feel like I've gone back to 1986. Very stressful morning for Brooks. That's okay. Anyway, what I was saying, and I'll continue, Mike said loud and clear, loud and clear. Good, good. So throughout the night, I was kind of up and down. That's all right. Sometimes that happens. And I come across this case. So basically, about 24 hours ago, Eliza Fletcher was abducted, snatched, put in the back of a SUV, I believe, and she's vanished. I've been looking at stuff around the internet. We're already hearing about Mexico, human trafficking, all of that stuff. There was another woman in Memphis that was kidnapped from a Target in Memphis. By the way, if you're from the Memphis area, email me. Love your town, by the way. I used to live in Oxford, Mississippi, so I went to Memphis quite often. And love that town, by the way. Love it. Let me see. My mind went straight to Sherry Papini. I kind of went there too. Jennifer Doulos is the vibe I have got as of now. Let us not forget, Eliza is very wealthy. Her grandfather was also born into wealth. I believe it's a hardware store and some sort of hardware conglomerate, incorporated type of thing. Anyway, he died in 2018, I believe. She inherited quite a lot of money. The husband lawyered up. I expect nothing less. He should either way. Yesterday, TBI was going through a dumpster at a convenience store not far from their house. Maybe related, maybe not. They took a lot of items from the house. Husband and the nanny were questioned by TBI and Memphis PD yesterday. All of this has happened in a really short period of time. There's a lot going on. Not saying that husband did anything. All of her social media is really positive. It's a lot of, another great year with you and him, my beautiful wife. I really lucked out. Oh, yeah, you did. Oh, yeah, you did. She's a teacher, wonderful mother. Of course, we haven't heard anything yet about, any neighbors coming out going, oh, she thought her shit didn't stink. We haven't gotten to that yet. That's going to come. I'm sure somebody's going to come out and say something. Start watching the different panels and everything. I've heard that they took hedge clippers as evidence. It's insane. It's insane. It's insane. She's got to be somewhere. My first thought was, my first thought was husband, because I did see that she and him were separated, although I do hear he's back in the house with their 2 young sons. I did hear that. But no, I was just thinking because, like I said, I love the area. And I used to live in Oxford, Mississippi. This was in the late 90s. I don't know why this crossed my mind, probably because of how crazy things are right now. We bought a house in Oxford, Mississippi, 4 bedrooms, 3 bathrooms. It was like on a half acre, maybe pushing an acre, long time ago. Anyway, It was a foreclosure. We weren't foreclosed on, but the people before. We got this house for like 60 some thousand dollars. I couldn't imagine having that house right now. It's just crazy. Why jog at 4:20 a.m.? Because she's an early riser like me, Big T. She's an early riser like me. I've gotten a bunch of stuff done by the time some people have gotten out of bed. Speaking of out of bed, it's afternoon time in England, and Kat is backstage. Kat, thank you for helping me sort this out with.
No problem. I'm really glad that your mic's working now. I can hear you perfectly, as it
Awesome,
should be.
awesome, awesome. So this is brand new. This just happened yesterday morning.
Yep, and I've had about 6 minutes of your introduction to swat up on it online quickly before it came on.
Where are we going with this? Because I'm already waiting for people to jump in and go, it could have just been an accident.
Except that there's surveillance footage of her actually being forced into the back of an SUV after a
Mhm.
struggle that's been released by the police.
After a
Um,
struggle. She's
yeah,
very athletic, by the way. She was, I don't know if she's already been in the Boston Marathon or she qualified for it. I don't know.
hmm yeah, I think she's quite a keen jogger from what I can see. She's quite a keen runner. She qualified for the Boston Marathon, apparently, according to her family. There was a SUV that matched the description of the one that she was forced into that was stolen. Um, that was on the Fox 13 television station, apparently. Someone's reported that their Mercedes SUV was stolen the same morning.
Oh, all Cat needs is 6 minutes. Okay.
and
That's
one
what I
one
get for being
website.
up and down all night. I
And
could,
one website.
wow. This is insane. So
Yeah,
there was another kidnapping, but this is to me, all arrows are pointing at Richie.
Richie, is that her husband?
That's the husband.
Yeah,
They got married in 2014.
yeah, they've been questioned but not arrested.
And I do not, and when it's a new case, so if you're new here, hit the sub button, get reminded, you know the drill. So we're basically learning about all of this together.
hmm
Anybody who's come across a new case with us. So we don't have all the deets yet. I don't know. Kat might pretty soon. I'm very impressed, Kat.
Thanks.
All I'm doing is talking about some foreclosed house in Mississippi, and Kat knows all the shit.
I just literally looked up a website and it's given me all the information. Well, not all the information, but some information about the extent of my research so far. But
Liza's
there's been a news
34.
conference, apparently. Have you got the news conference?
I have something on the screen.
Uh-huh.
I don't have the news conference yet.
Okay.
Hang on. Hey, Bex, what's up? Hey, Dazed and Confused. Level Headed's in.
Hey.
Amy's in. Bama Cat. Robin's in. Robin Smith, where you been? I've seen Bex a couple of times in the Kylie Rodney case. Knock on wood, I might go live about that today because some stuff fell in my lap. It was kind of
Ooh.
crazy. Miss Delta Lady, fairy tale wedding. Richie married up. Yesy, hello. I already said something to Big T because she was throwing shade at early risers like me. Arctic True Crime, how are you? Tony Smith, hang on, I missed your comment, hun. When the jury sees those 3-foot long head shears. Good morning, Tony. Good God. It's insane. It's insane. So let me find the TBI poster. I did get, remember, I'm using a laptop from 1986, it feels like. There's the abductors. That's the surveillance.
Yeah. So they've
Oh,
updated it to say they believe Eliza's abductors, with a plural S, were in the vehicle pictured below. It's a dark coloured SUV, no known direction of travel. A dark coloured GMC Terrain.
So are we looking for ransom, or did we want Liza no longer on the planet? That's the question
Mhm.
for me right now.
It's quite interesting because if she is in an heiress, then it's quite possible that they may call for a ransom if she was kidnapped for that purpose. But there have been several different things that haven't been connected, but there's been a dark SUV trying to approach women of from the university in Memphis, apparently. They haven't
Oh.
connected it yet. They said apparently in the news conference, but
What color was the vehicle that snatched the woman from the Target on Wednesday? Does anyone know? Obviously, I'm in front of a computer and I'm being lazy. Let me look. There's the TBI poster that's updated.
said they've also not indicated any connection between Fletcher's abduction and the kidnapping of a young mother and gunpoint at a Memphis Target store on Wednesday. In that case, however, the victims were released after they withdrew $800 out of an ATM.
Oh, hell.
Hmm.
Maybe it's not Richie. Just because they questioned Richie and the nanny doesn't mean that they're off the hook, though. And
No,
I'm not saying,
not
oh,
at
it's
all.
Richie and the nanny. It's Richie and the nanny. I've
Hmm.
got Jennifer Doulos vibes.
Mm.
But now we could be going anywhere. Chevy. Okay, hang on. Tony Max says Target kidnapping. Chevy. I'm sorry, Tony Smith. Glasses would be nice. They're in my purse. Idiot. No mic, no glasses, figures. Target kidnapping Chevy Max hatchback car. Okay. Well, I guess you wouldn't always use the same vehicle if you're doing something like that. I don't see anything on her social media talking about her separation with Richie, so that could all be a rumor, which, by the way, I highly respect.
Yeah.
I highly respect when people aren't airing their BS. And if you do, you do. You know, if we're friends by now, you've probably noticed I don't follow you any longer.
Hmm.
Um, Facebook's a weird thing. When I first got a Facebook account back in 2008, 2009, whenever, I filled the damn thing out like it was a credit application.
Yeah. Yeah, you don't really realise how much damage that can do in the future, do you?
I had, past employers, everything but mother's maiden name. It's a wonder they didn't ask me for that. I would have put that on there. I wouldn't have thought anything about it.
Hmm.
That's why I couldn't, in the Kylie Rodney case. Yeah, I'm just all over the place today. People are like, oh, there's one in particular. There's not enough images of her. There's not enough images of her. There's not enough images of the kids. Then I
Right.
look at my children who are like 10 years older than the kids in the Kylie Rodney case, and they don't hardly have anything on social
No,
media.
no.
Nothing.
Yeah, no, I think younger children are probably more likely to post everything that happens in their minds and in their lives than older people now, I think, because we're a bit more savvy maybe about the dangers.
Yeah, I was just, well, I mean, like my kids don't. I mean, they don't even tell people thanks for telling me happy birthday. My kids could be the weird ones. I don't know.
Yeah.
That's why I didn't really find it odd with the Kylie Rodney case that they didn't have stuff posted everywhere because, well, they don't use
Yeah.
Facebook per se.
Well, yeah, Facebook is not the social media of choice for this generation, I don't think. I think they think that Facebook is for old people like us, Brooks.
Yeah, pretty much. Or that, or I did enough damage to my children when I was lucky enough to secure and get my application approved by Facebook. Because then they started the tag a person, tell them your location. And here's my
Uh-huh.
dumbass eating cheese fries with tag, tag, tag
Hmm.
at Chili's. Then I find the emojis. Oh, they have a fry emoji. Yeah. So I think we're all past that.
Yeah, you're right. I got unfriended by one of my brothers for that exact same reason because I kept posting all the pictures of us as kids and tagging him. And in the end, he actually just quit Facebook altogether. He was so mad.
It's a wonder anybody stuck around. And now they're like, oh, I didn't even know you use Facebook anymore. And I'm like, well, I really
Yeah.
don't. All right. So this was put on Twitter. I don't know if this is TBI's Twitter or what. This is the car they have impounded. And they said they also saw, no, sorry, it's a media outlet. Investigation of Eliza Fletcher's abduction We also saw a computer
Mm-hmm.
and lawn shears tagged as evidence and removed. When Jennifer Coffindaffer sees this, she will be making a tweet saying they have to replace the lawn shears and the computer.
With one of those that they always have in stock at the FBI, right?
There is a TBI agent, according to her, that will go to a Home Depot and replace those damn lawn shears. We have found out since that is total bullshit.
Uh-huh.
Anyway, so
And
yes, we
it's
have
interesting why they towed that vehicle, because that clearly isn't the vehicle that they are looking for in connection with the disappearance, in connection with the abduction, because they're looking for a dark SUV. That's not dark, that's white.
Nope, but it happens to be, from what I'm understanding, and I'm new to this case. This is our first show about it. Won't be the last. I have a feeling that is her car.
Oh, okay. That makes sense.
Let me look at this news article real quick. Let me look at this news not article, video. Hold on. Like I said, my computer is from 1986.
A mom and Memphis teacher is missing after a morning jog. Zaria Oates has more on what we know so far. Zaria?
The University of Memphis Police and Memphis Police Department say this morning around 4:30 a.m., 34-year-old Eliza Fletcher, also known as Liza, was abducted in the 3800 block of Central Avenue while jogging. Throughout the day, Memphis Police Department has blocked off the area near Central and Zach H. Curlin, where she went missing, setting up their mobile command center and with investigators on site. Fletcher is a junior kindergarten teacher at St. Mary's Episcopal School. MPD said a report was made to them at 7 a.m. regarding a woman who regularly runs on Central not returning home following her run. The department has released surveillance images of Fletcher from her morning run, shown in a pink athletic top and purple bottoms. They also released 2 images of the vehicle the suspect abducted her in. The city of Memphis attorney Jennifer Sink did tweet earlier today saying Fletcher is her niece, asking community members to contact the police if they see her. Police haven't released any information on Fletcher's immediate family. In an effort to make runners more aware as they go on early mornings and late night runs, an avid runner in the Memphis area says she recommends all female runners run in pairs or groups.
A lot more difficult, I should say, to attack or accost 2 people or 3 people than it is 1 person. So definitely run with a friend if you can, especially if you're going to go at night or in the early morning hours.
If a person has to run alone, she encourages carrying any and all protection possible.
Pepper spray, they're super lightweight. You can stick it in your sports bra, in a pocket, in a running vest pocket. Really lightweight, one-hand operation, super quick, and really easy to just have with you all the time.
If you do have any information regarding Fletcher's disappearance, please contact the Memphis Police Department at 901-528-2274 or the Tennessee Bureau of Investigations at 1-800-TBI-FIND. Brittany, back to you.
Okay, so we have that. They do not mention Richie or the nanny. I am wondering, she has 2 small children. Who watches the children when she takes a morning run? Richie had the day off yesterday.
Okay.
Maybe Richie was at home. I know they're separated, but maybe they're separated like we got an echo. Maybe they're separated like Richie sleeps on the couch. I haven't figured that out yet.
Okay.
Does anybody know yet
Yeah.
where Richie's at, or is the nanny there? I don't
I don't know, but
I
it's quite
think
interesting because if she's a regular runner around that area, then not only does anyone that could have been watching know that she's a regular around there, but also her husband and the nanny would presumably know that she's a regular runner around there as well.
Yes. And also, from what I gather, there's no he has access to her inheritance, but not like the whole enchilada, if you know what I mean.
Right.
So basically what she has in their shared account, he can spend as he wants, but on the back side, no, Richie.
Right.
But he has an attorney. I don't know about the nanny. And they were both questioned yesterday, and I have not heard anything about an arrest. I know some people are saying yes, they've been arrested. I didn't find anything. Husband does triathlons. I also heard he's a avid biker, bicycles.
It was interesting that they took the stuff from their property, though. It was almost like that's the start. That was their starting focus, that they've towed the car, her vehicle, and taken the garden shears and the computers.
I'm also
Even if they haven't been arrested, it's still quite interesting that that's where they started with this.
I'm also wondering if the TBI agents going through the nearby dumpster have anything to do with this, or if it's just other crime in Memphis.
And there's apparently aircraft going over to
Tupelo? So really,
Yeah.
you have Elvis's birthplace, and then you have Graceland. Well, I'm not saying Elvis's has anything to do with it. That's just a coincidence.
So someone in chat, I think it's Tony Smith, is saying that there's videos coming out of aircraft flying really low over Tupelo right now.
Tupelo's really not that far. It was about a hour, 45-minute drive for me to drive from Oxford to Memphis. And for me to go from Oxford to Tupelo was about an hour. So a couple hours away.
Yeah. Videos are now popping up on Twitter of low-flying planes in Tupelo.
Does it say it's in connection with the abduction of Eliza Fletcher?
I don't know. I'm just reading what Tony Smith is saying in the chat.
Oh, I apologize. I was talking to Tony.
Oh, okay. You're asking
Names
me.
would be important. Names would be important, Brooks. No,
Yeah.
This is wild. This is wild. So, a lot of information. Let me look at something real quick. I'm not on Google Chrome. I'm using Microsoft Edge because I have my computer from 1986 out.
And you like to live on the edge.
Sounds like it as of recently. God. Okay. She's from a prominent Memphis family, the granddaughter of a well-known philanthropist. Clue 1. They got married in 2014. The festivities were dubbed a memorable Memphis wedding. Richie Fletcher. He is Richard Fletcher the Third.
So Jennifer Coffinduffer on Twitter just posted that.
Let me sit down. Let me sit down. Go ahead. If this is about the garden shears, I'm gonna shit. Go ahead.
It's about her phone. Abducted pre-K teacher taken in Memphis on early morning jog, still not found. # Eliza Fletcher was a wife/mum and by all accounts an inspiration. Her phone was found smashed. Note, there is a photo of the black SUV that was involved. # abduction, # kidnapped.
So Jennifer Coffinduffer has put the puzzle together. She was abducted, correct?
Already. Yeah.
Because I know there's another case she's on the fence about, but on this one she has. Okay. Was it the surveillance video that gave it away? Please let me know, Kat.
Possibly, yeah. I mean, that surveillance video that's available for absolutely everybody in the whole wide world to see. Jennifer Coffinduffer chose to point out that it was actually a picture of the SUV that was used to kidnap Eliza Fletcher. Congratulations, Jennifer Covenduff.
Good God.
And there's a reward of $50,000 to help find her. According to this article, which is on meor.com. I don't know why they're talking about her in the past tense already. It's kind of worrying me.
I don't like that either.
Mm-mm.
Considering she is an heiress, 2
Mhm.
people grabbed her. One was driving, one grabbed her. She
Mhm.
definitely fought back. She's healthy, athletic woman.
Right.
There's $50,000.
Mhm.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if she, is being held somewhere. I don't know why they're making that leap all of a sudden. In 2018, Richie wrote of Eliza, "My better half. How can I be this lucky? No filter needed. Hottie a 10." That was in 2018, 2 weeks after her grandfather died.
Okay.
You smooth talker. Smooth talker. On Father's Day, Liza wrote of her husband, "Happy Father's Day to the fun one of our team. Grateful you always have a good adventure planned and let me sit on the sidelines." He has not spoken out publicly from what I understand. I don't care about. I really don't care if families come out and say anything at all, especially this early on. Now they've been searching the woods around their home.
Okay.
Her cell phone and water bottle were discovered in front of a house in the 3800 block of Central that is owned by the university.
Mm.
So they just threw it out.
Mm. Yeah, interesting, because earlier on they were saying they haven't confirmed that the SUV is the same one that's been approaching Memphis cross-country runners from the university.
Oh. And also, if it was Richie that approached her, like, "Hey, you won't return my calls. I know we're having marital problems. I know you run every morning. Let me run with you. Let me talk." She
Right.
wouldn't be fighting Richie.
No, exactly. But also, who is the other person that was in the vehicle? There is a close-up on one of the photos that's got a face in it. You can just about make out a face in one of the photos of that SUV.
Oh. Okay, hang
So
on. Let me share my
presumably,
screen.
okay.
Maybe it'll be on this article. This is an article I'm looking at. Hang on. I plead the fifth said true story. What's the true story? Beck, I'm with you. What a cliche to have an affair with the nanny. Let me see. I'm following the scene at Overton Park, 1.5 miles from the family's home,
Uh-huh.
where the search party and canines have been searching a wooded area.
Oh, we're on the same site here.
Oh,
We're looking at the same site now. So yeah.
okay. So they have a square around someone's face. Do you guys see that? Who is that?
Hmm. Just above that post is a video.
I'm getting dizzy looking at this.
I know.
Is this the
Look,
video?
yeah. I don't know what the video's of, but it says the significant law enforcement presence in Overton Park currently includes sheriff's emergency services and MPD plus a canine unit.
Okay, here's the video. This was at almost 11 o'clock last night, my time.
Mm. Oh, was that it?
That's it?
That was quick. 16 seconds.
But I don't know who this woman is, because there's other posts where they have like her face circled or a square around it. Who is this woman? Is this the nanny?
I don't know. It doesn't actually say who she is, does it?
Uh-uh.
On the page.
But for some reason on different Twitter profiles, right there, Ian Ripple, I don't know who that is. I mean, a newscaster, I'm assuming. Related to this abduction, Eliza Fletcher, nothing from here will be shared. Well, why you got to go and be like that?
If you go the kind of bluey toned kind of photos on the page. If you keep scrolling down past that one, keep going down, down, down.
Let me look at this video.
There's a couple of photos from inside the SUV.
I don't know what the hell that had to do with anything.
Mm-mm.
Is this it?
No, down one more.
Memphis Police Department 20 hours ago. Don't tell anyone, but that looks a lot like my vehicle.
Uh-oh.
I wasn't in Memphis, and I don't know this woman.
I'm sure you won't.
Right,
Like
so
these photos, so there's this one, and then there's one down from there that's got like a face circled. There. That's from inside the SUV.
And then they have in other Twitter posts, they have this one woman have her face squared. Huh. Replying to TBI, Liza's 34 years old. Okay, that's her running. Well, maybe they ought to try unblurring that.
Yeah, I
and
think that was
somebody
taken
might
from.
recognize.
I think the photo that they've posted with the face, I think it was taken from a video that was posted by Memphis police. It says officers have been able to obtain video of the possible suspect's vehicle, Memphis police wrote. They have only released still photos from it, however, and they have not released a specific make or model of the vehicle. In one Facebook group, people claim you can see what might be a masked face or dog through the windshield when the photo is enlarged. So I'm guessing that was the first attempt by Facebook people to actually enlarge the photo to see if you could see if there was someone driving or whether that was actually a person or a dog.
Oh.
Right.
Now hang on, a dog would not be driving. Can you say that again? Exactly. I think I misheard you. Nothing in this surprises me anymore. Okay.
It looks like a person to me, but then I'm zooming right in on the photo. But he looks like he's wearing glasses. I have no idea what a husband looks like anyway, but yeah, that was the site I was looking at while you were doing your introduction. That's the same one I'm on. Oh, Fletcher showcased pictures of her family on social media and wrote about her love of true crime podcasts.
That was one of the first things I read about her, about Liza.
Uh-oh.
And true crime, I mean, obviously, I follow it, obviously. No. And isn't it the damnedest thing that it's like 99.9% women that follow? Yeah. And we're 99.9% victims of the crime.
Right. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, it is kind of one of those weird things in life, isn't it? There's been real interest amongst the women that most often are victims of crime.
Let's see what News Nation has to say. Again, I feel like Michael J. Fox in Back to the Future. This thing is so slow.
Oh.
My husband's going to love waking up to me going, we got to go see Geek Squad. There's something wrong with the computer.
Uh-oh.
Let me see what they have to say. Oh, this is kind of a long one. Let me know if I need to stop it anywhere.
Okay.
Good evening to you. I'm Marnie Hughes. Thank you for joining us tonight. We start with some breaking news in an urgent missing case. The search for a mother in Tennessee tonight, police say, was abducted during her early morning run in Memphis. Eliza Fletcher, she goes by Liza, is 5'6", 136 pounds. She's an avid runner, and she was last seen around 4:30 this morning wearing purple shorts and a pink top near the University of Memphis campus. Investigators want the public to see this photo tonight of the SUV. They believe Liza was forced inside. The search for Liza has gained more and more urgency by the minute. The Tennessee Bureau of Investigations and now the FBI, along with the ATF, are on the scene tonight trying to piece together exactly what happened.
We want to find her. We don't know. We don't know what's going on.
A Memphis neighborhood taken over by a police command center. Dogs, helicopters, and now the FBI, all racing to find Eliza Fletcher, a missing teacher, runner, and mother of two who they believe was abducted while out on her morning run. Later reported missing when she didn't return home.
It's very important that if anybody knows the whereabouts of Miss Fletcher, to contact the police immediately.
Eliza was captured in this surveillance image wearing a pink tank top and purple shorts before authorities say she was forced into this dark-colored SUV that drove off. Her water bottle and phone found nearby.
Everybody's desperately looking for her, and the police are here on it, and you can see there's a lot.
Okay, who is Hart Robinson?
A friend of Eliza Fletcher.
I
only
see
know
that.
because it says it on the screen. Because I'm that clever, Brooks.
Thank you, Agent Cat.
I know, you're welcome.
I would take another dig at another agent, but I'm feeling nice today. How does he get on News Nation?
I presume he's probably in the area looking, or...
Oh, hell. Carolina said, I just read that the news reporters out on the ground said they're looking for her body.
Oh, man.
You've got to be kidding me.
Wow. Wow. Already? Wow.
Oh, hang on. I'm going to find that while this plays. Give me a second.
Yeah.
A lot of activity.
Activity that includes searching Fletcher's typical running route, which is near the University of Memphis campus. Her abduction triggering a campus-wide safety alert that now stretches across the city. Tonight, a massive police presence also outside Fletcher's home as her loved ones, school, and church pray for her safe return.
Our concern is to locate Miss Fletcher, so if anybody knows where she's at, call the police immediately.
And it is an urgent search tonight. I want to welcome in Lucas Fenton. He's a breaking news reporter at the Commercial Appeal, a Memphis newspaper, and he's been on the case and was just at the scene where investigators are searching tonight. Lucas, thank you. Where are police focusing the search right now, and what's the latest you're hearing?
Well, that's the thing. I mean, right now, there's not a lot we do know. Basically, there are two main points where police are gathered. They're gathered at the scene where the water bottle and cell phone was found. At the University of Memphis campus. They've got a mobile command center set up there. But outside of that, really, there's not much to go on, and not much that anyone's hearing.
Tell us more, Lucas, about the description of this car. It's kind of a grainy photo on surveillance. Is that the only image that you know police have?
So there are a couple of images. The one that you have, I believe, was what has been identified as one of the better images. And, you know, that's what's making this such a difficult investigation, I think. There's very hard and not very great camera footage. And that's a big problem for media as well, trying to figure out what this make and model is.
Talk to us about where this happened, where she was taken and put into this SUV near the university campus. Talk about the area. What else is around there?
Yeah, the university campus is kind of wedged between Midtown and what's called East Memphis. So you really have two different kind of districts. You have kind of a residential district on one side and a more commercialized district on the other. Central Avenue, kind of per its name, cuts right through the middle of the main campus. And that is right over.
Okay, I have not finding anything. If anybody has anything saying they're looking for her body, my last update is from freaking CNN 3 hours ago.
I have the update. It was from 1 hour ago. But it doesn't say anything.
And you're in another country. That's how it works.
It doesn't say anything about them looking for a body. The headline is, "Who is Eliza Fletcher? Community prays for safe return of abducted billionaire's Heiress." And that was from 1 hour ago. but it doesn't say anything about them looking for a body. But that's just through Google. I was just about to look on Twitter, because you know what
And
Twitter's like. Always accurate.
as far as the husband, I don't know about the nanny getting an attorney. Absolutely, he should, whether he's guilty or innocent. So I'm not trying to say that because he got a lawyer, I think things look weird. It's just kind of the whole they're separated. She has come into a lot of money in the last few years. I don't know. It's just weird to me. He may not have, he may, have nothing at all to do with it. Like I said, this is not even, we're just 24 hours in. So they have the blurry pictures. I have a suggestion for the agents at Tennessee Bureau of Investigation. Get a hold of Justin at Justice for All. He can unblur pictures.
Oh, boom.
And I'm not throwing any shade. If you need help, Justin's your boy.
Right. Yeah, you seem to do a job on the Kylie Rodney footage, didn't he?
Scared the hell out of me. I'm like, hate to sound like Lone Wolf, but can I get a trigger warning?
Mm-hmm.
All right, let me get back to this, because this is actually stuff that we needed to know.
There, the picture you're showing now is actually the Earthquake Research Center, which is part of the campus and where they have set up most of the police presence.
There was an alert, Lucas, that went out not only to students, but now it sounds like it is citywide. Tell us about how this is impacting the community, folks on alert and on guard.
For the most part, I have been focused on the crime scenes themselves. I haven't spoken with many community members personally. And so that's kind of where I'm at and focused on is just the case itself.
How big is the police presence? We mentioned the FBI, the ATF, Tennessee top investigators.
Yeah, there are plenty of law enforcement officials both at campus and on out in front of the home. ATF actually has agents embedded with MPD, and they work together quite often. So they're pretty much on scene right as MPD is when they were called in at about 7:45 this morning.
I know you and your colleagues have been doing some reporting on who Eliza Fletcher is, her background, her family. What more can you share with us tonight about this young mother?
Well, she was beloved from all accounts, working in the school and along with her grandfather's philanthropy, very much well-known and well-loved within the circles around her.
She was also a teacher, as I understand.
Yes, I don't understand why
she
you
worked
keep using
over
past
at
tense.
St.
It's
Mary's
really upsetting
Episcopal
me.
School, and
This is very unprofessional of News Nation and this reporter. You just do not go to past tense. I
Right.
do not know how well her children are guarded from this.
No.
I couldn't imagine them being within earshot. As young as they are, they understand the difference between was and is.
Was
Not
and
digging
is,
this
exactly.
at all. Laura Dawn said, wish I'd caught the live from the beginning. YouTube does stellar work, don't they? She was abducted yesterday morning in Memphis when she was jogging. Dad has a lawyer, her husband, which should, guilty or innocent. I wouldn't defend I wouldn't care if I threw a Dr. Pepper can out my window and got a ticket for it. I'd have a lawyer, okay?
Is that illegal?
Yeah, I got a ticket for it. That's how I know.
Oh, oh my God. Okay.
Crazy story. I had gotten a gift certificate to go to this place in Owasso, and I got like the high-powered tan. Okay, well, it was real high-powered because I felt like my skin was about to come off. I was like, I need something to drink. I got like Diet Dr. Pepper. It was really cold. Well, I was going across, approaching a bridge, I guess. Super hot outside. Okay.
Yeah.
So super hot, we were under a burn ban. Well, the damn pop can is spewing on me. I throw the stupid thing out the window, and there happens to be one of Oklahoma's finest. I'm like, today, I look like Karen Silkwood. I mean, Karen in the movie Silkwood.
Oh my
My skin's falling off. The pop can blows up on me. You gotta be
Wow.
kidding me, and I got a ticket. Yeah, that's a true story, Kat. You can use that
Wow.
on one of your videos.
Wow. Oh my God. Okay.
Laura Dawn by the husband, I don't know. We
We
don't know
don't know.
yet.
We don't know, but
There
she's an heiress to a billionaire. So she's obviously quite high profile. And this was obviously now turning into quite a high profile abduction because of this. I mean, you can go back and watch the beginning if you need to find out. We're just going through what we know about it up until this point.
could be husband. Husband and nanny, if you're just catching up, were questioned by not just Memphis PD yesterday, but by Tennessee Bureau of Investigation. I have not read anything of arrests. Some people are saying it's the usual suspects saying that there's an arrest. There's no arrest. I haven't found anything.
No, I haven't either, and I haven't found that they're looking for the body. I'm just on Twitter now, and I haven't seen anything that says that they're looking for a body yet. I've gone through the most recent posts, but there's nothing at the moment confirming
But
anything.
Al Gore's internet is a really big place. It could be there.
Well,
You
yeah,
never
true.
know.
And also, what we were just saying before we paused the video was it's quite disturbing how everywhere we're looking at the moment, and even on this News Nation interview, everyone's talking about her in the past tense, which is quite concerning to me because that's the sort of thing that happens when you know that someone has passed. You talk about them in the past tense. You don't talk about them in the present tense. Past tense, when they may still be alive and you may not know what's happened to them yet.
I don't
It's
dig that at all. I don't dig that at all.
No, I don't either. I find it quite disturbing. We all took Don Wells to task, didn't we, on the past tense business with
Mhm.
Summer, and here this news organisation, and not just them, but most news articles I'm reading right now are saying she was this, she loved this, she liked this, she used to. You know what I mean? It's very strange to me why they're talking about her in past tense right now.
Yeah, and if Don was had access to the internet, he would be saying, "See,
Not just me.
abductions happen all the time."
Yep. Candace would definitely be saying that.
I
Happens every
am
day.
really surprised with her family. They're very well known in Memphis that a public statement hasn't been made by them in front of the
Right.
cameras yet, unless they've been told
Not
by
to.
FBI, TBI, don't say a word. We want to keep all this at bay because there could possibly be a ransom request.
Well,
But
actually,
no,
they have put up a reward fund, the family. They've put up a $50,000 reward fund. That's from the family. Family of abducted Tennessee teacher Eliza Fletcher offers $50,000 reward for her return.
Catherine said her aunt, who is a litigation attorney, tweeted about it. Ooh, I got to go look at that. All right, hang on. I'm going to find that.
And they have issued a statement as well, praying for her safe return.
And part of a well-known family, you mentioned her grandfather. What more have you learned about her family and background?
In terms of the immediate family, not much. They were married in 2014 and had a very, very beautiful wedding over at the Dixon, which is an art museum that was here. Has had a lot of money come in from her grandfather, who worked as he has a hardware company. He passed away, but he worked very, very well with the community, and he very much subsidized a lot of public buildings.
Have you all, Lucas, been able to piece together if this was a regular route for Liza? She was an avid runner. I know that she had run some marathons before. She was out really early this morning. Is this a place that she had run often?
So from what we've been able to gather, campus police who have been on scene, when they issued their broadcast, their safety alert, they said that this was a regular route for her. We haven't heard much on that since. but that was as far as we've heard from police as to whether or not this is a regular route for her.
And you mentioned this earlier, and it's been reported her cell phone and also her water bottle were found. Any other evidence or items left behind?
I do not know about anything else. The cell phone and the water bottle were there, but that's about all we know as far as evidence at the scene.
Being in the community, Lucas, I know law enforcement are focused on finding her, piecing together the details. How forthcoming are they with media in the area as they try to get the message out? One, the alert and urgency in finding her, but letting the public know what's going on in the status of their investigation and leads.
Well, I think that MPD is really working to get as much information that can help locate her as possible. They're very much looking to enlist the public in noticing things and being a little bit more observant as to their surroundings, noticing cars and similarities. But at this point, there's not much definitive evidence out there to go off of.
Yeah, the priority tonight is
Oh, we're still here.
Yes, sorry, I didn't unmute myself.
No, that's
Sent you
okay.
the Twitter and Messenger. I will get that. Thank you. Hang on. Someone said, was she holding the water bottle in the photo? Let me see.
Let's have a look. No, you can't
Because
tell.
what? Yeah, because her arms are in front of her. But I want to know that too. What if the water bottle was in the car and they were like, drink this to drug her and take her somewhere? Because I'm not ready to jump on the she's dead in a ditch somewhere. That you don't abduct someone and go through all that for that. And I agree with Liza. $50K from $1 billion trust.
Right.
Now, if I was her and they find her today, I'd be like, $50K?
Mm-hmm.
That's all you got?
But then I guess they don't know still about the ransom. If, the ransom could be more than that.
Right. That's what I'm thinking.
So I
So the
guess
phone and the water bottle were together. I get them not wanting her to have her phone. Not that I took a class in abduction. Water bottle's odd to me that they threw that water bottle out. Actually, it's odd to me that they throw the cell phone out for anyone to come across in the area.
That's weirder to me. I mean, you can imagine if she was out jogging, all she had with her is her phone and her water bottle. You would normally have a bottle of water with you or some kind of refreshment if you're out jogging, right?
Right. So why would they get rid of the water bottle?
Right. And why would they get rid of the phone? The phone would be either in her hand or attached to her belt or something, wherever you keep a phone when you go jogging, possibly even just to monitor her steps or something like that. But to leave it behind seems a bit dangerous to me, because if there's any evidence on it, then it's going to get found, isn't it?
Yeah. And like I said, getting rid of the phone, I understand. I just think it's just abduction 101. I don't think I would just throw it on the sidewalk like they did. So I get that. The water bottle, I don't understand why they had to get rid of it. Hopefully they're looking at it right now to make sure that she wasn't drugged or anything. Her aunt. Okay, I got to write this name down. I did see this name overnight.
Catherine C. Great name, by the way. We spell our names exactly the same. I just found her on Twitter as well. So that's great information. Thank you.
Robin Smith, exactly. I would think that being the avid runner, having access to the funds, Apple Watch.
Mm-hmm. Well, unless you didn't have an Apple phone, I guess. But there's Android devices that are similar, isn't there?
Oh, do you have to have an Apple phone to have an Apple Watch? I don't have that either or.
I have no idea. It's just that if you have an Apple Watch, you can connect it with your iPhone, because obviously it's Apple products. Don't ask me technical questions.
Too early for that. All right, let me find this. I'll play the rest of this and I'll find that Twitter that Kat sent me. Hang on.
Okay. I'm going to look
who
on
that
Facebook
SUV
too.
belongs to and trying to identify that and find Liza as quickly as possible. Lucas Fenton, we appreciate your time tonight. Thank you. We'll be touching back with you soon for any updates. And you at home, another picture of Eliza Fletcher, a young mother of two from Memphis, Tennessee. She disappeared this morning around 4:30 on her early morning run. She was last seen being pulled into this black SUV that was captured on local surveillance. That is all police have to go on at this point. Her cell phone and her water bottle were left behind. Going through her Instagram account, she has two young boys. She is a married mother. She is a teacher, and she is beloved and very active in her local school and also her church. And she is desperately wanted back home safely. Thank you for watching. Go to newsnationnow.com to find News Nation on your television provider. And don't.
Not impressed, Marnie. I'm sorry, I'm not impressed. I don't like when we don't even have 24 hours under the belt and we're saying she was loved. She was loved by her church. She was loved by her coworkers. That's not cool.
No, it's
All
not.
right, so I'm on Jennifer's Sink. Please call Memphis police if you have any info on Eliza Fletcher kidnapped this morning while running near University of Memphis campus. This is my niece. Please contact police if you have any information. That's the same.
I just sent you a Facebook as well.
Okay.
Messenger. She's got different posts on Facebook. They're public as well.
I figured more would come out overnight. Yeah, 34 is the prime of your life for sure. Huh. The boys are very young. That's her family offering the reward, not the husband. Yeah, and the family's got a ton of money. The husband wouldn't have access to the 50K.
Yeah.
That's
It's
what's
not her
confusing.
husband's inheritance, is it? He's not the heiress. She is. It's her money. Her family, you presume.
Smiley, you're right. It takes a lot to kidnap an adult. So it's one way or another. Somebody knew her routine. They know that she has a lot of money. This isn't some $100,000 life insurance policy split between 10 members, okay? This is a lot of wealth. Grabbed her, or it's like which they say is not linked. It's like the abduction that was at the Target in Memphis on Wednesday, and it's totally random. I don't see totally random at 4:30 in the morning.
Yeah.
I don't.
Well, also, it was if she was well known to run in that area, then it could possibly be someone that was watching her route, knew her route well. And that could also be her husband, but it could also be somebody that's just been mapping out that route for a little while, It doesn't sound like a crime of opportunity. It sounds like a planned or like premeditated. Whatever happened seems to be premeditated.
I don't see it being random at all. And I'm not saying he's not involved. I'm saying that I don't believe he's the one that snatched her per se, because she wouldn't be putting up that type of struggle with him.
No. Exactly. And unless the only other thing I can think is unless it's he or someone, I'm not going to say he because I don't know, someone arranged it to happen by other people, like paid other people to do it kind of thing. Because she wouldn't, why would she, if he pulled up alongside her and jumped out himself and tried to wrestle her into the vehicle, she'd just get in the vehicle, wouldn't she? Just say, get in the vehicle, and she'd get in, you presume, if it was her husband,
Yeah, if it was her husband that did the actual physical abduction, there wouldn't be any snatching her at all. It would be,
exactly,
let me talk to you. And even if there was a snatch or whatever, at some point she would have calmed down and been like, what are you doing?
Right. And also, Mama Kay said, did we see a struggle? I'm so lost. Yeah, it was caught on surveillance camera or CCTV camera. The struggle and her being forced into the vehicle was caught on surveillance. So yeah, the police know there was a struggle.
And of course, somebody was driving. So there's 2
Mhm.
people that we know of at
Mhm.
least in on this.
Yeah.
And then whoever wants her not on this planet anymore or held for ransom
Mhm.
was sitting back waiting on the call.
Mhm. I should imagine that, you know, if they believe that she is still alive and everything, the police are sitting there waiting for the phone call as well for the ransom demand.
And
So
even
they,
with the recent separation, that could be something that they were working on getting through. I don't know enough about that.
Interesting that the FBI is involved though, because like we talk about time and time again, you know, what kind of cases the FBI gets involved with, what the FBI can do. For them to say that the FBI are involved is quite seems like it's really important. You know, it's not just a flash in the pan kind of case. You know.
Well, you also have to look at the proximity of Memphis
Hmm.
because Memphis is right on the state line. So you're
Okay, I'm looking
talking
on Google Maps as you explain it.
it's a stone's throw to Mississippi. It's a stone's
Okay.
throw to Arkansas. So they would have to get them involved with it being abduction right off the bat because odds are whichever direction they go,
They're
unless
going to
they
be in
head
another
forward,
state.
they're going to be in another state, which they're going to get
Oh
involved
wow! Yeah.
anyway because it's an abduction.
I'm just looking at it now. It literally is right on that cross, like almost like a crossroads of 1, 2, 3, 4 states, 3 states.
Yeah. I mean, you can just go, they could be in Missouri by now. They could be in
Wow.
Kentucky, you know. I mean, they're just right on the Mississippi River.
Yeah. Yeah. I can see it on the map now. I was told you my American geography was a bit shocking, but Google Maps is very helpful in these cases.
Well, you came to the right place. I've been to every one of them. I've been to every one of them.
Wow.
Yeah, just me. They could be in the boot of Missouri. And you know, in the boot of Missouri, they're not going to do a damn thing. Oh, really? Someone's been kidnapped? Where? Tennessee?
Oh.
Well, now we got a meeting today and we'll put it on there.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-mm-mm.
Wow.
Well, I'm going to start shutting this down.
Okay,
And
hon.
if something happens, if they find her one way or another, I'll go live and talk about it. If it is not that Eliza's not important, but today is Oklahoma Sooner Day. I will be watching that game.
Excellent. That sounds like fun. I'm going to be taking Chip out hopefully in a little while, if you'll oblige. And so I might see some of you guys there.
Yeah, you guys go over to Cat's Chat Crime and Coffee, hit subscribe. You're going to love her lives. You get a glimpse of England.
It's so exciting. And my kitty.
All right,
Okay,
guys. So I'll
thanks,
probably
Brooke.
see you guys back here this afternoon because I think if we don't talk about Eliza later this afternoon, then I'm going to hop on later today about Kylie Rodney. Some stuff, like
Excellent.
I said, came my way that I would like to discuss with my nearest and dearest friends, which would be the CLL community. So,
Excellent. I look forward to that. All right. I'll see you later. Thanks, Brooks. Thanks,
bye,
everyone.
hun. Thanks for helping me
Bye.
out today.
No worries. You're welcome anytime. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. All right, guys. Thanks for popping in on a Saturday. Like I said, it's kind of becoming the new norm around here, and I hate that term, but it's still a lot more laid back on the weekends. So I'll probably see you guys back here later this afternoon, either about Eliza or I'm going to get this together for Kylie Rodney. So enjoy some college football and great snacks and your 3-day weekend. See you guys over in Discord and have a good one till next time. Bye-bye.